Hey there everyone, it's Haz here, and I'm finally back from an arduous recovery from COVID, or at least I hope I'm past the worst, and I'm ready to jump straight back into some Salmon Run. And with that said, I have great news immediately for the game mode, as the next event, or rather the next wildcard rotation, has been already revealed. The next random rotation for Salmon Run is currently scheduled to be on the weekend of January the 14th until the 16th on Spawning Grounds. A really good opportunity to get your badges for this tough map, and with the current Grizzco weapon, it might also be a fantastic choice to do so. We had all the Grizzco weapons already, so it shouldn't be too big of a surprise that the chosen weapon for this weekend will be none other than the Grizzco Charger finally, or the Death Laser as I like to call it. One of the most powerful weapons you can get, and a lot of coworkers favor it too. Normally, I'd have to dig up some old footage of the weapon to show what it's all about, especially for players who never had the chance of playing it back in Splatoon 2. But fortunately, this weekend is also pretty special, as apart from the ongoing Splatfest in Splatoon 2, there is a golden wildcard rotation going on right now, which means every wave players get a random weapon from the Grizzco weapon pool only. And so I decided to boot up Splatoon 2 and had some fun on Lost Outpost, which is also a stage I really hope will return in the future for Splatoon 3, but as things are going, I think they'll add all the maps eventually through the seasons anyway, with hopefully a few new stages along with them. Anyway, thanks to the golden rotation, I had the chance to record some fresh low-level footage of the Grizzco Charger, and what you need to know about this weapon is that playstyle-wise, it's an overcharged version of the Bamboozler that charges instantaneously, so has no partial charges, and deals a fixed 200 damage with each hit, while also accompanied by the range of an E-liter, which is the longest range weapon you can get in Salmon Run period. Unlike a normal Bamboozler, the Grizzco Charger maintains its ability to pierce through targets, so while having instant full charges, these shots also shoot through targets in long lines, bringing back that fantastic horde clearing ability that Chargers have. Unfortunately, while it has normal piercing, it is not on the same level as the Grizzco Splatana or the Grizzco Slosher, as it does not pierce through armor, and we will have to consider enemy weaknesses and just can't YOLO through all the bosses. But despite that, the Charger is still very formidable. As I mentioned, your shots deal 200 damage each, which is quite a lot weaker than most fully charged shots from other guns, and you won't be able to one-shot bosses such as steelheads with it. But thanks to your firing speed, you should still be able to one-cycle anything without a problem, just not one-shots. This is thanks to your relatively alright ink consumption, as the Grizzco Charger can shoot 7 times in a row very rapidly before running out of ink, which potentially might make it the highest DPS gun overall, but we'll need some extensive testing on that front when we get our hands on the weapon in Splatoon 3. Overall, the Grizzco Charger is considered by a lot to be the most powerful weapon in Salmon Run, which might have been true in Splatoon 2, but I'm not so sure it's still going to be the same case in Splatoon 3 unless there are some changes we don't know about. Either way, it's a very powerful weapon that combines mobility, firepower, and incredible range in a single weapon, and you really don't need a lot more than that in Salmon Run. The stage, as I mentioned, will be on Spawning Grounds, so if you're missing any of the badges, or if you want to climb EVP ranks, this is a perfect opportunity to do so despite the random weapons, as 20% chance for the Grizzco Charger is pretty good in order to secure your shifts, but it will mainly depend on how comfortable you are with Chargers. The wildcard rotation will be on the weekend of January the 14th, so mark your calendars, and as usual, I'll release a quick guide and analysis for the Grizzco Charger the day it is available to us. Thank you so much for your patience and support while I was sick. I'll try to get back on track as fast as possible and continue with the guides. Until then, take care everyone, and bye-bye.